I used to have an issue of sitting down, and the moment my work got a little bit hard, I would get out of my desk, go downstairs, and somehow convince myself that I need to just eat some food, I need to just relax, avoid some work. I used to use food as a way to avoid the pain of work. I was left feeling regretful and guilty almost every single day, or happened at least once or twice a week where I just had those days where I didn't get anything done, which is crazy to think about because nowadays I literally feel excited to work. I wake up, I make a cup of coffee, and I'm ready to go. And honestly, this feels like a game to me now. I actually love doing work now, and this isn't just saying it for the sake of the video, but honestly, I can't believe I've came to this position where I actually like doing hard work. And if you know Ali Abdal, a YouTuber slash productivity expert who was a doctor, literally made an entire book on enjoying hard work and how to feel good while being productive. So in this video, I want to go over some of the stuff that I learned from Ali Abdal, as well as from many other places, and pretty much cultivate everything together into this video. And I want to show you exactly how I was able to enjoy doing hard work and how it completely transformed my life, because nowadays I don't really have to go and procrastinate on doing random things and playing video games and whatnot, because I actually enjoy my work. And the first way is by following the video game example. Okay, I don't want to take ownership of this, but I came up with this myself in my own brain based off the experiences I lived in my lifetime. Basically, I was a Fortnite addict, a big time Fortnite addict. I would go on to play 8, 9, 10 hours of Fortnite almost every single day, especially in grade 10, if I remember correctly. And honestly, I got good at the game, and I wanted to become a professional Fortnite player. You know, those people that play for FaZe Clan and all that. I wanted to become one of them. Like, I wanted to be like a streamer. That was my life. But then I was actually wondering to myself, how can I play 10 hours of literally playing Fortnite for 10 hours straight? But then when it came to me doing my homework, I legitimately couldn't do it for like 10 minutes. And then it took a while until I realized it's because I had a specific mission in that game. In Fortnite, I had a specific mission. I wanted to become the best of the best. I wanted to become a professional player. I wanted to become a streamer. And I had a specific purpose and a goal I was working towards. Us men we need to function with something called purpose. We need to have a purpose. A man without purpose, you see, ends up becoming crazy depressed. You notice it online. You see the men that are themselves three times more than women. Like, that is mad. And that is because we have been stripped away of that masculine purpose that we men are typically supposed to have. And you see the most depressed and the men with no purpose ends up being the most out of shape, the most ugly, they have nothing going on in their lives. They hate their job. They hate their life. And this is not for me to make fun of them, but it's just for me to say, when men don't have a purpose, they're not even men anymore. So what is your purpose when it comes to you doing hard work? What is the video game that you want to get the most good at? Because for me, with this channel, the reason why I wake up every single day, most of the time wanting to do work, having this fire inside me to do work, is because I have a specific mission. I have a mission of having a group of brothers around me that are on self-improvement, that are Muslim, and that are actually working towards something crazy. That's something that I don't really have right now, and that's what I want to do. I want to have a bunch of brothers around me who are grinding on self-improvement. I want to, be successful in this life and the hereafter. I don't want to see men become weak again. And it hurts me every single time, when I think about my weak times, and when I think about men I see, they're just like, what are they doing with their lives? Like, and I'm not saying this from a place of arrogance, but I'm literally looking at 15, 16, 17, 18-year-olds that are like doing TikTok dances and that are becoming women, and everything is so messed up now. What is your video game? Choose your video game. Choose something that you want to get the best in. And if that is doing your work, like, if that is building a side hustle, think about how you can make this like your video game. Think about how you can become the best at this game that you're playing, and how can you practice the most, and how can you make this a game for yourself. Think of it like that. You can't really enjoy hard work if you don't enjoy the work itself. And I know this is not always possible for everyone, because some people are in university, and even if they don't enjoy university, they kind of have to be in university because they have to do the work because their parents are telling them to, like in my instance. And I understand, but do you generally enjoy the work you're doing? And if not, of course, there's going to be ways you can make it more fun. However, as a general thing, for example, if you're trying to start a side hustle, do you actually enjoy your side hustle? One of the most common traits I see amongst the best of athletes like Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Cristiano Ronaldo, and you name it, all of them sort of just have one reason why they love, like why they're so good, why they're so successful. And the reason, even Mr. Beast, I was watching a recent podcast and he literally said, because I just want to make the best videos. Cristiano Ronaldo says, I want to be the best player. Kobe Bryant says, I want to be the best player. I love the game. And so they just love the game and they want to become the best at the game. So my question to you is, do you love your game? Do you love the video game that you chose? Do you love the side hustle? If you chose a side hustle because you hear Iman Gaji and so many other YouTubers telling you to do it, I mean, if you hate your side hustle, do you really believe you'll become good at the side hustle? Do you really believe that you make money out of it? Because let me tell you, if you actually enjoy something, you'll work 2-3 times harder than the next guy who doesn't. However, I know for a lot of us, even me, I'm in university and we're in a situation where even though I don't like university, I don't like going, I want to just focus on business, and I understand and I know the university it's for me, I think of it as a complete scam. I have to go because of my parents and I did have conversations with them, whatever. You don't need to know that story, but what I need to tell you is that you can still enjoy university and you can still somewhat be productive and enjoy the hard work in university. And these lessons especially come from Ali Abdaal's book Feel Good Productivity. For example, Ali Abdaal didn't like at first being a doctor. The reason why is because he was hustling and he was grinding and he was working countless hours. He was working hours to the point where he was fatigued and all the energy was stripped out of him because he was a doctor. He was seeing patients every single moment. And so he was working so much to the point where he didn't actually enjoy being a doctor. But when he decided to make his job fun, suddenly he liked being a doctor again and he liked treating patients. And what was amazing to see in his book when he talked about his story is that he was one of the only doctors who actually smiled with the patients, and even his patients recognized that, and the patients are like, wow, you're the only doctor who smiled. And so by making work fun, not only did Ali Abdaal become a more productive and a better doctor, but by making work fun, Ali Abdaal actually helped and impacted his patients in a more positive way. So his patients, they became more happy as a result. So how do we make our work more and more fun? Well, first of all, we have to use something called triggers. Triggers is something you do to trigger another response. For example, I make a cup of coffee every single morning so I can go and start my work. And I want you to have a specific trigger. What is your specific trigger? Think of it, right? What do you want to do every single morning to start your work? How do you want to go about your work? For example, your trigger could be to have a very good morning routine before you want to start work. Maybe you want to go out for a run, go out for a walk, get some coffee, whatever it is. Choose a trigger to tell your brain that now it's time to go into work. Now it's time to grind in the video game that you chose. So what is your trigger? For me, I love making coffee in the morning. I think it's something that helps me get to work. Trust me, the coffee means work. It's work time. Let's go. Let's grind. Number 2 is a lesson that comes from Ali Abdaal's book, Feel Good Productivity, and he talks about incorporating play. Adventure is by far one of the most biological factors that make men purposeful, driven, and also happy. Being adventurous as a man is what increases your testosterone and it makes you more of a man. It increases your testosterone, makes you more masculine. And so as men, we actually need to be adventurous. And the thing is, we live in a world today, and I'm speaking this including myself, is where we're not really adventurous. Let's be honest. We don't take risks. We don't go here. We don't do that. And what that turns into is being a really boring, being a really mundane man with no wisdom. The more adventure we can have, not only can we gain more wisdom to tell others and be more knowledgeable, but we can actually be more happy. And so if you are someone who doesn't look forward to working, you don't look forward to going to your 9 to 5, or you don't look forward to going to university, an easy way is to just incorporate some level of play, adventure. Take a different route to work. Take a different route to your university. Maybe before your class starts, do something fun with your friends. Or, we can actually do this. And now I'm telling you all of this stuff and I really want you to implement it. Or just journal in your journal, write it down, or at least think about it in your brain. How can I make going to university more fun? Can I read some books in the morning? Can I make it somewhat more fun so at least it's not as depressing as before? Because every time I'm on the train, it's 6 a.m. I have an 8 a.m. class. Trust me, bro, it's not fun. And so how can I make it fun? By making some coffee. How can I make it more fun? By reading some books, walking outside the campus with sunlight, getting some sunlight in the morning. There's so many ways. For you, it could be going to the gym together with your friends. That is amazing. That is something that, well, wallahi, that's actually one of the best things. Is, let's say before class starts, it's the morning time. Before class starts, you tell your boys, you know what? Let's hit the gym together. That is an amazing way to start in university class, right? Most people go in with they're depressed, but you are going to go in by telling them, let's get the gym, let's hit the gym. And that is, bro, go to the gym with the boys before class starts and try it out and go hard at the gym. And I'm telling you, you'll be so much happier. I guarantee it. And you'll actually even enjoy work. Like, you'll actually go do class because you feel like it's a video game, right? Your life is a video game. So everything is grinding. And this is the last and final, and I believe the most important factor in order to enjoy hard work. The other things I said, yes, they do make your life a lot more fun, which can and inshallah will help you work harder and enjoy the hard work. But this is where it comes down to. This is the step that most people cannot take, but this is the step that I have to take, and this is the step that really, if you fix this, then the other stuff will become a lot easier as well. The reason why you can't find your work fun right now is because you're doing 100 other things that are a lot more fun than work. And let me explain this more clearly. For example, I used to complain, well, bro, why can't I read? Like, I can't get myself to read. Like, I want to read books. I want to be disciplined. I want to, read more books to gain more knowledge, but I can't read. And I used to complain, why? But then I realized that I was doing a million other things that are more fun than reading. And that's why I didn't get around to reading, if that makes sense. Like, why would I read when I can watch a video? Why would I read if I can play a video game? Why would I read if I can do something else? Yada, yada, yada. You understand the deal. There are so many more fun things than reading some words on a book, on a page. And so we have to pretty much lower our dopamine stimulation, right? It's like when a crackhead, again, I use this example in a lot of videos, it's when a crackhead ends up doing something that's not really as stimulating as crack. Like, I don't know, let's say a crackhead does cigarettes or something. A crackhead is not going to enjoy the cigarettes. Why would a crackhead do cigarettes? Because cigarettes it's not going to give him the same fun as crack. And so it's the same thing. What are we doing that is making ourselves so much more stimulated, like our brains so much more overstimulated, to the point where now when it comes to doing work, when it comes to reading books, when it comes to doing productive things, they seem so boring, they seem so hard, they seem so dead, so we don't end up doing them. And so what we need to do is lower our stimulation to the point where this stuff like work seems fun. The key is a dopamine detox. This is something I'm on right now as I'm speaking, because I've had like sort of a 3 or a 4 day, or maybe 2 or 3 days where I wasn't the most productive. I was sort of living like a Jeffrey. I wasn't living that good. And so for the next for the next week, I'm on a dopamine detox where I'm cutting out random YouTube videos. I'm cutting out random BS out of my life and just focusing on my mental health, focusing on my mental health. Yeah, that's just the main thing. I want to focus on my mental health. I want to make sure that I can go back to regular states and I can just grind. I can go in this monk mode, purpose driven thing. And I don't want to say monk because it goes against, of course, Islam and stuff. But what I mean is just being super disciplined. And trust me, I know it will be uncomfortable for like 2 days, cutting out all the bad stuff. A dopamine detox is where you cut out most of your dopamine sources. You cut out your random YouTube videos. You cut out the stupid BS out of your life, right? You cut out the random entertainment, because at the end of the day, we don't even need them, because there's people in the world that live without them. And so we don't need them, right? So I'm cutting this out. Maybe not even for a week, maybe for like 2 or 3, maybe for a month, maybe for the rest of my life. Maybe I'm not going to watch random YouTube videos. Maybe once in a while, right? And so that's the mentality we need to live in. We need to live in the mentality of a dopamine detox where, we're not people that needs to watch random stuff. We're not people that needs to be entertained 24/7. We're people on self-improvement. We're Muslims. We have something bigger to build. We have to become the best version of ourselves. We have to become a king. We have to become a leader for our families. And so what I do is, don't even live that lifestyle. We're not going to live that lifestyle anymore. Us too, you watching this video, we are going to live in the dopamine detox lifestyle where we just don't need to do that stuff. We don't need to watch YouTube. We don't need to do this. We have a purpose, and maybe sometimes we can go watch a random YouTube video if you really want to. But then at that time, we'll be more conscious about it, So what you need to do right now, the action steps for a dopamine detox, is to cut out most of your dopamine sources. You know what? for as long as you want, for as long as you can, and for as long as you believe. Because if you truly have a mission and you're working towards it, I'm sure you don't want to be distracting yourself anyway. We're men on self-improvement, and so might as well just live this life. And so what I recommend is cut out most of your dopamine stuff, cut out random BS, random YouTube videos and all this, and focus on your mental health. Okay, so here is your simple mental health routine. In the morning, just wake up, pray your salas, pray your fajr salah, and then what you want to be doing is going straight to just reading some Quran, meditating and journaling. Something that's very short. You can meditate for like 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and that is a way for you to bring your brain back to reality. That is a way for you to come back to reality, because we've been so overstimulated, right? We're so overstimulated, and so that is a way for us to come back to reality. And so that's what we're going to be doing, right? In the morning, we're going to be doing that, and then after, we're going to focus on some work. We have something to build, we have a video game to work on, and so work on our purpose. What do you need to work on? If you want to be a YouTuber like me, then focus on scripting and making your videos, and just do deep work. And I'll make some videos about deep work as something I'm learning as well. And then you want to go outside, get some sunlight, go to the gym, read, meditate, and just stay away from the screens. Stay away from, even if it's not the screen, stay away from the stimulating stuff. Stay away from music, stay away from most of the stuff if you can, right? And that is a dopamine detox. Stay away from this stuff for as long as you can. If you somehow tell yourself you need to watch some random YouTube videos, then at least do this for a week. At least give yourself a week to de-stimulate and detox your brain. But as you are a viewer of this channel, let's do it for as long as we can, bro. Let's fist bump each other, bro. Boom. Let's do it for as long as you can. Why not? We're already on this grind. This is a video game. Our life is a video game. We wake up, we have to grind on the video game. We have to become the best version of ourselves. We have to go to the gym. And so might as well just live this lifestyle. We don't need to live like the regular people. And I don't want to say this from arrogance, but we don't need to live like the average people. If you look at my YouTube channel and my YouTube banner right now, you'll see that my banner literally says, do something that 99% of the others won't do. And that's something that I stand for. Do something that others won't do, because if we become like other people, if we do something that others will do, then in result, we will become like the average person, and we don't want to be average. That's why you're watching this channel. Most people don't, the average population won't watch videos like this. And so might as well just take advantage of this. Hopefully it's benefited you. I have a free productivity course in the comment section, description down below. It will take you from just being an absolute loser, procrastinating, to actually getting some work done. All right. So focus on your mental health, focus on your morning routine. Don't stay away from the screens. Incorporate some play, incorporate some adventure into your life. Think of it. Actually think about it after this video. And also think of your life as a video game. Thank you so much for watching. Assalamu alaikum. Hopefully benefited. Bye.